Okay, this story came out a little over a week and a half ago, and I was trying to wait until it may be updated a little bit more, but this is the information I got so far from this story. It is out of Owings Mill, Maryland. It happened on July 21st, 2022, and I have to add that everything in this video is alleged. Her name is Shanteari Weems. She's 50 years old, and she is the owner of Little Kids Castle in Owings Mill. For 5 years, she's been married to 57-year-old James Weems. He's retired from the police force in 2005. He would work at the daycare as the bus driver, and he's done this for the last 2 years. So, Mrs. Weems, she starts to get phone calls from multiple parents saying that the children were being sexually abused by her husband. She decides to have a rendezvous with Mr. Weems, and they go to the Mandarin Oriental Hotel on July 22nd. Now, around 7:30 p.m. that night, shots were being fired from inside the Mandarin Hotel. When authorities arrived, Miss Weems had barricaded the door to the hotel room while her husband was wounded inside the room with her. He said he was suffering from gunshots. Authorities would communicate with the married couple through the door. Miss Weems shouted out, quote, "He's a child molester," end quote. Mr. Weems would scream out, quote, "I've been shot in my leg and in my head," end quote. Miss Weems responded to her husband, quote, "Shut the fuck up. I will kill you," end quote. Police would force entry inside the hotel room. Mrs. Weems handed over her handgun, and there was a second gun in a hotel safe inside the hotel room. She did waive her rights to the officers at the scene of the crime. She told them about the calls that she was getting from multiple parents, and she had confronted her husband about the allegations. An argument became heated between the two, and as he lunged at her, she shot him. She said she didn't want to kill her husband. She wanted to kill herself. Police would find the notebook in the room. It was a last will and testament. In the notebook, she wanted to paralyze her husband. She apologized to her babies, saying she didn't know. The case is developing. Police say the injuries to Mr. Weems is not life-threatening. He is in jail with allegations that he sexually assaulted at least 3 children. Mrs. Weems is in jail as well, even though she said it was self-defense. But looking back on her handwritten notes, it reads, quote, "On my way to shoot James. I do not intend to kill him, just intend to paralyze him," end quote. So police are saying that this is premeditation. She was denied bail based on that argument of premeditation. Now, James Weems is being held on 6 counts of sexual abuse with a minor, 3 counts of sex contact, 1 count of displaying obscene material to a minor, and 3 counts of assault. Now, before I end this video, there's a part that just kind of puzzles me in the story. She did say, and this is according to the police and in police documents, she did not intend to kill him. She intended to kill herself. I guess she is putting a lot of blame on herself. This is me speculating, but obviously she's putting a lot of blame on herself. She did not know that this was happening, but I guess to know that this had happened underneath her nose, so to speak, is probably very overwhelming for her. And again, she says, quote, "I didn't intend to kill him, just intend to paralyze him," end quote. That is her own quotes. Now, She has a gun. Obviously, she knows how to shoot it. If she wanted to kill this man, she would have killed him. It's very easy. He yelled out he was shot in the head and shot in the leg, but obviously he probably wasn't in the head because they said it wasn't life-threatening. I believe if you get shot in your head, it's life-threatening. But his wounds were not life-threatening. He was able to appear in court, so it was not life-threatening to him. So she wanted to really end herself because of what had happened, which is just horrible that she would want to do something like that. But again, I guess it was very overwhelming for her. Who knew what happened in her life, to make her want to end her life because of her not knowing that these children were being touched, by her husband pretty much on her watch. A lot of people are pissed off at the judge who wouldn't even grant her bail. And I think there's even a GoFundMe. I tried to look for it. I read in an article there was a GoFundMe to help her with her defense, but I couldn't personally find it myself. But there is supposed to be a GoFundMe for Shanteari Weems. So a lot of people are demanding that this judge just release her. And they're calling her a hero. I wouldn't say she was a hero. Maybe a Shiro. Justice for these kids.